It's a journey, y'all. It's called The Journey Within. That's what my friend said to me. She said,
Genius.
there's no greater journey than the journey within.
Welcome, gang. Welcome. Let's go in. Let's continue. So, interestingly, when I stopped the previous reading or the first part of the reading, I was actually not sure as to why Spirit wanted us to stop 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. Synchronicity all over again. Oh, my goodness. What? Spirit wanted us to go back on this. See these numbers all over again. See the synchronicities all over again. What? Wow. And it's like, that was the first chapter. That was like, you went through the first part of this, and now we're going into the second part of this because that was the old chapter. That was the old story. Let's go to the new story. Wow. Wow. And typically I would have continued with the message. So, oh, wow. There are some people who just need to hear the first part and are not even going to hear the second part. And there's some people who are going to hear the second part and not even hear the first part. But I'm going to make it clear and known to you that there is a correlation between these readings. But if you're finding yourself here, 219, 220 as well, and there I just see 222, there's something about time, there's something about numbers that is very much important to you, and synchronicities, and it looks like that's actually what's being focused on in this part of the reading, right? So whether you find yourself here, you've looked at the previous reading or not, I think there's something about you being here, and there's a reason. Of course, all readings are timeless, but there's something about the synchronicities that are coming through right now, and you are seeing certain synchronicities that are leading you towards your dreams, towards your creation, towards this activation. So as we as we dive in, as we go deeper, there's something about how you are going to see more, be more. There's an elevation that's taking place at this point in time, and there's very much about synchronicities and coincidences. I'm even being led to say that there are no mistakes. Everything that happens for a reason. So just like I was led to, dividing this message in this way, and granted, you see these cards, but I'm not even going to speak about them because even in the previous reading, I didn't speak about the other cards. But even if I do, it's a matter of saying that everything is connected, and so be it. You know what I mean? We're just gonna work with the energy. 338. Look at me, just reciting all these numbers right now. So there's something important about numbers, something important about time. Right now, it is 6th of February as I'm recording this. And again, messages are timeless. It doesn't matter when you find this, right? But okay, there's something about time as well. What time is it right now? It's 22:03 here on my watch, and I'm also seeing 7 a.m. because that's when my alarm is. But yeah, let's go in. Again, welcome to Root Holistic. Where we let spirit cook, you know what I mean? So let's see what this is about. There's something about your dreams, something about you creating them, and something about you activating them. So let's do that thing. Thank you, spirits, as always, for protecting and guiding the reading, right? Okay, Spirit saying, look at your hands and look at the hands in there. So I have my hands crossed, and these hands are open. So first part, okay, let's dive in. Where are we closing ourselves off to actually receiving our dreams? Why are we, like this card is saying, why are we not going for it? Why are we not pushing towards the things that Spirit is leading us to go towards? With me even looking at this is like a crystal ball. So it's like we've been given vision, we've been given insight, 5-4 and 5-5, which is about change as well as stabilizing the change. Because 4, security, stability, 5, change. Things rearrange, sometimes it's strange because, look at this. It's like there's this fog, there's this mist, there's this universe outside, but there's a universe also inside. But that's the vision. That's what's being brought forward to us in this ball, in this crystal. It's like, do you even understand that your mission is greater than you? It's beyond you, that you have a light, you have this expanse within you that is waiting to come out. That the things that we've shown you, the dreams, the visions, the synchronicities like deja vu are all part of this mission. 5-4 again. Oh my gosh, 54 is really coming through right now. What's going on? What's going on? Let's see, what is 54? Because clearly you want to be red, gang. What is this? 54. Your angels are encouraging you to move into a state of surrender so that they are able to help you move forward. Wow. 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 This is hitting. This is hitting. This is hitting. Yo. Because you know what? Sometimes we try to apply so much logic to the things that we're doing, right? Sometimes it's just about us wanting to piece things together in a way that it makes sense. Ooh, I just feel like I need to read this again. What? Your angels are encouraging you to move into a state of surrender so they are able to help you move forward. Because it's like, you know, I'm just getting all these shivers right now. It's like we don't have all the answers. I was speaking to how, you know, we also need to let God and guide angels, universe, source to intercede on our behalf, because we also don't know what all the answers are. Oh, I'm getting more shivers right now. And, you know, there are certain times that we need to trust that the intuition and the things that we are being told to do, we need to do them. You know, I'm even being led to how there's this gift that I received, and there are parts of me that were like, should I take this gift? Should I throw it away? And Spirit was like, yo, throw this thing away, dog. Throw this thing away. And it's still sitting there. And now I'm like, oh, fuck. I didn't surrender. You know, and Spirit is using me as an example, but it's like, yo, oh my gosh, and my left ear is going off right now. It's like, we don't even know why people are projecting certain things towards us. And okay, here we are in relating to this side of it. It's like through this release, through this transformation, through us letting love lead, let's let Spirit lead, because Spirit loves us. Why would our guides, our angels, our ancestors wish anything negative on us? Because granted, we've integrated with them in the creation. We've integrated with them in the release as well. So it's like, if they guided us or led us to integrating our dark, our light, they are also now guiding us to spread this dark and light, because there are people who are going to learn from these dark aspects, these light aspects, because of these synchronicities that not only we've experienced, but that we're going to share. And I just saw 81 there. So, of course, that rhymed, share there. And now it's like, oh, where are you there? And don't be in fear or fear, you know, fear. And you know, here we're trying to weigh it up. Here we are now trying to look at like, how do we work with fear? Or is fear, or, you know, being a limiting construct as to what it is that we want to do, because it kind of keeps us with our hands closed, right? It doesn't lead us open, because this crystal ball, you don't know what you're gonna see in it. It's like in Harry Potter, where I was just speaking about that now, where, you know, there's that like almost like a bird bath type of a thing, but it's like, you know, this little vessel where there's like water, and they like drop something in there, and they like can see memories and stuff. And when they put their heads in it, which is what I'm seeing here, they now can see other people's memories of like what's actually happening, what they've seen, what they've become, what they're doing. And we are just like thinking about things being a certain way all the time. But it's like, yo, Spirit wants to really lead the way. And it's like, we can only know so much. Spirit wants to like really cook and like let us know, like, today you're going to the gym. Today you're not eating. You're going to fast today. Today you are going to go to this place and meet this person. Today you are, you know, making a budget. Today you are going to game. Today you are answering your emails. Like, yo, today you're gonna travel. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, there are certain things that Spirit is gonna tell us to do. Like, today you're gonna apologize. Today you're gonna make a new friend. There's so many things that Spirit is leading us to do. But in this case, with our dreams, it's like, yo, today you're actually gonna put together your business plan. Today you're actually gonna, like in my case, I'm gonna do readings. You know, I'm gonna come on here. I'm gonna turn on these cameras and like tell you guys what Spirit's telling me to share with everyone here, you know. And it's like, stop trying to get in the way of Spirit, because Spirit like knows what's happening, you know. I'm even thinking about how I was listening to like, okay, cool, stop the previous reading, start this new reading, and it started like almost immediately. I didn't even get a break in between because like the recording just started itself, 10:45, right? And I'm just thinking like, yo, me being against that would have meant like, oh, now I can actually relax and I can actually chill. But Spirit's like, nah, we cooking, let's go. Because why? We in the kitchen. And this kitchen, I'm thinking that there's that saying about what, too many cooks in the kitchen, and that's a problem. But when you're cooking with Spirit, it's like there's this working in tandem. That's why there's these two hands. It's like a left hand and a right hand. They're working together, they're supporting each other, and that's why we also have the dark and the light tiles here, because it's this integration. So there's an integration that we've had within ourselves first. Now there's an integration that's happening with Spirit. Woo-wee! Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. But yes, just coming back to this reaching for our dreams card, right? It's like, oh my gosh. Like that same example that I was just giving now about how in Harry Potter they like put their heads in this, bird bath looking type of contraption and like see what's actually in there. Like they drop a little bit of, like some dust, like Salt Bay type of a thing, but it's like a little liquid, and this liquid is like someone's memory and they put it in there. So it's like there's something about remembering, guys, that's really much coming through. There's something about us remembering not only who we are, but remembering our dreams, certain things that we believed in, that we desired, that we perhaps put down or put aside. And look at that top 16 that now we are being called to remember. We're even being called to see ourselves, to say like, yo, if there's a galaxy or universe outside of us, have you actually taken the time to see the galaxy within you and recognize and realize like, yo, you can do this, bro. You can believe in yourself. I just stopped myself from swearing, but it's like, fuck, bro, you can fucking do this. Like, get out of your fucking head. You know what I mean? Like, no more gaslighting, no more trying to like fit circles into square pegs type of a thing. It's like, just trust that you are being led every step of the way. And I think, there's a lot of things about our past, things that we can even like think back to that will remind us of like, damn, I had a feeling I shouldn't have done that, or I should have said that, I should have went there. And we miss certain opportunities. Granted, what's ours is ours, but there are certain synchronicities, which is what we were talking about, that like Spirit wants us to be there for. It's like, be there and be square. And that's what I was saying, how we're going to fit circles into square pegs, because there are some things that we just can't force, but there are some things that are so divinely orchestrated, so divinely aligned, that on this day, at this time, you are going to meet your divine partner, or you're going to meet that person who's going to give you that opportunity that's going to change your life, because you were there at the right time, at the right place. But did you listen when Spirit told you, turn left, turn right, invest money here, pull your money out here? It's like an investment, it's like going with that wave, going with the the market. How are things moving, right? And then now you are working with Spirit, working with the energy to recognize that, okay, now is a good time for me to, in this case, record a reading, or hey, now is a time not to record readings. I just saw 1414. Read, what is that? Is there even a word like that? Goodness. Okay, let's just keep going. We need to just align with our timings, our own timings, but also spiritual timing, because things happen in divine timing. And there I was talking about the numbers as well as the synchronicities as well. It's like, can you just trust that, while you might not know how the blessing's going to appear, confirmation burp, when the blessing's going to appear, that it actually just is going to appear, but you just need to like trust and just chill. Just relax, bro. Just relax, hun. Just relax, girl. It's coming. You felt it for a reason. The vision was given to you for a reason. The dream was given to you for a reason. Now you just need to do your part and go for it. Do the thing that you've been putting down, or that you've been closed off to, or feeling like, it's not the time to do it right now, So in my case, I'm thinking like, oh man, I need to like record more music. Oh, I need to, relook at my schedule. I was talking about budgeting right now as well. So it's like, I'm being led to do these things, and I do something, then I like, kind of have this bit of like start stop energy, but this energy wants to go and just like get things done, because that's like the bathroom, you know, we go there, we cleanse, poof, let it out, and then new things happen, because it's like sweat, you know, it's gonna build up, and then more build up, then more build up, and then like you now super dirty, and like now it's like there's so much residue, and you need to clear the residue so that other things can happen. So I use myself as the example to say that, like, yo, if I know myself, even though I can deliver this message, even though I can be helpful to you, to whoever else might find this, I too am also going through things. I'm also like working through similar energies where I'm also releasing things. It's like, yo, as much as I can help people, I also need to help myself, you know? And me helping myself is also going for my dreams, also pursuing the things that I want to do. So I think the delay, yo, for me to even say that, yo, goodness gracious, I know YouTube is gonna like hammer me for saying that word, but when you hear me saying it now, just know I said unalive. I'm gonna try to find a way to like mute that part, because I know that word's gonna like kind of get to the video, but that's what it is. It's like, for me to say it needs to be unalived, because something has to be unalived so that something can live, you know what I mean? And that's the old way of the nightmare, the things that we once thought were not possible, because now that's the courageous step. This is like the guiding step, the loving step of how we're going to actually let love lead, how we're going to get compassion and love to cultivate, is to say, what are those parts of myself that I still need to see that are now going to allow me to confidently reach forward towards my dreams and like actually go for it. I mean, just look at that, you know, there's an integration here, you know, I'm seeing the S as well. So it's like, you know, there's energy in motion. It's like the Milky Way, there's like a galaxy, there's this movement that's like, yo, let's do this thing. Let's no longer wait any longer, because now the energy is ready to come together. I walk around like I got an S on my chest. You know, I walk around like I got an S on my chest. And the person with the S on their chest is Superman. So here it is coming to connect again, where it's like, you could be of service to other people, but for how long? But for how long until you are of service to yourself or of service to spirit? Because I was getting something earlier as well as I was speaking, that like, while we could also be doing certain things for ourselves, but we are in connection and collaboration with spirit, we are also healing things in our past lives, but also in our lineage, you know. What if you are like a reincarnation of a great ancestor, or you have now come back to this life to heal that past wound or continue a mission that you once had before? So that's why you have to now focus on these visions and signs, because they are reminders of what it is that you need to do, what it is that you need to accomplish. So it's time for you to go for it, because you are actually ready now to do what it is that you're being called to do or asked to do. And it's about you seizing the day, you know, carpe diem. But hey, here I am recording at night. Like I told you, the time was 22:03, I think it was. And on the other side of that is like carpe noctem, right? Seize the day, seize the night. Anytime you can seize, you can take the reach, you can go out there and do what it is that you're being called or asked to do. Wow. It's also coming to almost like a kind of like a spiritual hiding. Like, yo, we've been telling you, get on your, like, get your step on, like, get off your knees. You know what I mean? Or get on your knees, get to work. Like, I don't know if it's something on the ground, or like start from the ground and build this thing up, and then you're gonna stand in your glory, in your kingdom type of a thing. So it's like, get on your knees, get on the tiles. It's like washing the tiles, you know, like, give us an opportunity to actually bring this integration to light, you know, to give it a platform. Oh, wow. But yes, this comes through with this activation. You know, I'm looking at the circle here being a crystal ball. This also kind of looks like a crystal ball. And it's like we looking into the ball, looking into the vision and understanding what it is. Like, oh, I actually am part of the 144,000. I am gifted. I am anointed. I am instructed to go in this journey to heal, to help others. But the healer must heal themselves first. You know what I mean? So now it's like, as much as you see what it is, here now you're putting it on this pedestal, you're putting it in a certain place to allow yourself to go through this activation so you can be of better service. So an example that I remember giving my nephew, I was telling him like, yo, imagine if like you are currently earning $1 million, right? And your family members are asking you to help them and ultimately be their sponsor to their dreams, their aspirations. And you can continue doing that and being there for them, but it keeps you at the millionaire level because now you can only help at that point. But then if you spend time away from them, working on yourself, honing in on your skills, being a better person, now you are 100 million person. And now not only can you do like the same stuff that you did at the millionaire level, now you can do even more because you've increased your capacity, you've increased your ability, your capability because of the time that you spent honing in on yourself, your growth and your expansion. So here it is coming through here with this activation and this stimulation to say you have proof of how, you know, your dreams, your aspirations, the things that you are being called to do have been helpful to other people and even yourself. But now you going forward, you going deeper, you going harder, you're about to see things elevate to a whole new level. We're going 0 to 100 real quick, 1 to 100 real quick. More numbers. I just saw 22 and before that it was 2158. So it's like if you trust the signs and the synchronicities, like, yo, do this, go there, release this now, rebirth this now, create this now, activate this now, cleanse this now, you know, review this now. I mean, all these energies are just like actions, right? When to take action, when not to take action. You will be shown and guided as to like when is the right time to do certain things. Spirit's reminding me now, there was this time where I went to a restaurant. This restaurant's called Mozambique, you know, in me like going on my journey of like, you know, finding places to like you know, get like vegan plant-based food. And I was literally at this restaurant at the same time on 2 separate occasions. And it's interesting how I found this time because I was giving the lady a tip. So I had sent her, I think then it was like 7:19 p.m. So it's like I generated, you know, an e-wallet or cash send, a voucher on my phone, depending on how you hear this, wherever you're from. So I generate like a money voucher for her at 7:19 p.m. the first time I visit. And the second time I visit, I generated the voucher at the exact same time. And granted, it's like, I didn't think like, okay, that's what's actually what was going to happen. But Spirit led me to going there, right? And it's like, because I listened, because I abided, now here I'm seeing the synchronicities to say there are things that are going to align as and when they should. And Spirit's like, yo, there's something about this number. Yo, this number is like, oh, wow, look how close I am. Look how close we are, guys. Look how close we are. We're so close. We're so close. Look at this. 7:19. Don't be afraid of your power. You are connected to and charged by the cosmic powers of the universe. God is with and within you and reminding you that sharing your gifts is not to be feared but celebrated. Ooh-wee. Yo, I must tell you, like, whenever I'm about to share a story about myself, I kind of like stop myself just a little bit like, damn, Spirit, you want me to tell them that? What? Are you serious? But I've just been on this journey of trusting so much. And now it's like trusting myself to know that what I feel is true, what I'm being told is true, what I'm being guided to say, these readings are true. And it's happened time and time and time again. But it's like, yo, if I can trust my power and I've been on this journey and I'm now going for it, what about you? What about you, man? Like, come on, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go in. Let's not be in fear of our power. What is it that we saw when we looked at ourselves that frightened us, you know, that made us feel like, oh my gosh, this dream is so big, it's so huge. You want me to be on top of the whole world? What? Like, how am I going to do that? And I get it, like, you know, sometimes like the things that we desire, the things that we dream of, the purpose, the anointing that's upon us, it's so great, it's so big that we're like, oh my gosh, you want me to speak to the whole world? You want me to change the lives of the whole nation? That there's a whole new era that's going to be birthed through me, through this collective? What? That's crazy. And it's kind of like intimidating, right? But it's like, don't fear this thing, because there's a power of the whole universe, which is what I was saying, the universe outside, the universe inside. So like, yo, there's this opportunity to actually like tap in, hone in on this energy. And here's this connection coming through right now, how I was telling somebody like, they shouldn't fear the situation that they found themselves in at work, because, you know, they were getting a whole lot of errors with the work that they were doing. It's like dev, you know, we like developing, coding, solving problems, being part of the solution. And it's like, yo, you know, he's running into a whole lot of errors, but it's like a new era, right? There's a whole lot of pathways that are being presented to him, new errors, but it could also be looking at it or perceiving it as problems when really it's opportunities to leap into these new eras, right? But there he was, and I'm telling him like, yo, dude, you are like Goku right now. You know, you need to just gather your energy. And like, you know, when Goku does that spirit bomb, how he gathers people's energies and stuff, is because he understands like, yo, there's a universe outside of me, there's a universe within me. And if I can just tap into that energy with collaboration with spirit, because he has his own energy already. I mean, his chakras are like going in. He can go from Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, 2. Yeah, you know what I mean? In like a second if he wanted to, because he's so tapped in. But then to do that particular action, that particular move, he needed spirit to help him do that. You know what I mean? And that's why it's called the spirit bomb. I mean, look at this. You saw this, like, imagine Goku seeing himself about to create the spirit bomb or holding this energy within his hands, but now he's needing to observe it and see that like, yo, before the spirit bomb technique and Goku after the spirit bomb technique, there was a transformation that occurred. There was some realization that happened within him that is happening within us, within this collective, that if our power is that great, because it is that great, because now it's about knowing it, right? It's about remembering it. Like, yo, our power is that great. The impact is that great. It is that huge. It is that expansive. So why doubt it? Why fear it? Why not believe that it's cosmic, that it's even greater than our own understanding? But that's where now we are now being these willing participants to work with spirit so that it can actually like come through in the way that it needs to come through. And that's where the surrender is going to come in, right? Where we are now just going to let it go, like, I bang, just cook, do what you do. I mean, I could even think about like how certain readings are going to come through right now. It's like, yo, am I going to do an oracle? Am I going to pull a tarot card? But look at this. Oracles, book divination today. And I mean, my book is like messed up, guys. But you know what? It's got character. It's been through some things, just like all of us. But it doesn't mean that the message or the messages are not in there. You know, we've been through things. And fortunately, we don't even look like half of the things that we've been through. Wow, man. Wow. I'm just in a flow state right now, and that's what spirit wants of us, wants of me, wants of you. 292. And look at this card just flipping up, because we're flipping the script. You know, whoever thought we were gonna be in this winter, in this cold era, in this cold period, you know what? They don't know that we've just activated, that they were actually part of the stimulation, part of the encouragement for us to like move up, to elevate. You know, it's like, imagine somebody think they putting you in ice, but they just teaching you how to unlock the fire within, so you could now know how to melt ice. And now you being even in the ice, you learn how to regulate your temperature. Like, what? Come on, gang. You know, it's like Avatar. Wasn't Avatar Aang? Avatar, he was like stuck in the ice, right? But that's what happened. You were stuck in the ice, and you are the Avatar, because now you learned that even though they try to ice you, at a certain point, the ice melts. Yeah. What's that song? Young Thug, Ice Melts. I think it's with Drake and somebody else. Goodness gracious. Oh my goodness, bruh. Because ice melts, gang. Ice melts. The tough times, what we thought was gonna hold us melts, bruh. And you know, it's like water, right? Water can take different forms. It's liquid, it's solid, it's gas. You know what? We now transform because the avatar is out the ice. You know, we were preserved actually, which is why we don't look like what we've been through. Goodness gracious. Who are you with your glow up, with your level up? Who are you? Goodness gracious, man, this is crazy. But yes, we're flipping the script because we're turning our winters into summers, you know? And it's like interesting how like people think summer's the time to go out and like bloom and do all these things. But it's like, yo, we coming out in the winter. When it's cold, we standing out like, yo, listen, look what's buzzing right now, you know. And it's interesting like how even in different parts of the world, when we're in winter, other people are in summer. So it's about you knowing your season, your cycle, what's going on for you, because it could be summer outside but you cold inside. It could be cold outside but you hot inside. You feel me? It's like having a fever type of a thing. It's like, yo, fever. You feel what other things feel, but you trusting, that's you surrendering like, oh shit, everybody's going to swim right now. It's hot, but I need to stay indoors. I need to do something else. So you spending this time in reflection, you actually observing, taking time to see like what actually works for me. What's my cycle? What's my season? You know, when is it my time to go into hermit mode? You know, like thinking about how you know, squirrels gather like their acorns because they know like, yo, this season is coming up. You know, with farmers as well, they plant their seeds at certain times because they know, and they water them because they know like a certain season's coming up. But if you've done your work in the pre-season, when you are maybe even in a season that's winter, you're not stressing. You know it's just a transition. You know that things are gonna move. Things are just working in such a way that Spirit's orchestrating certain things. You know what I mean? And they just coming together in a beautiful way. Here I am just seeing this moth that just flew in, or I don't know what it is, but there's a little bug that just flew in, and it's so interesting. It like flew in. As soon as I saw it, it just like now hid itself behind the couch. It's like, why are you hiding? You know, it's like when you're in the light, it's like that summertime, it's like, I'm seeing it, and then straight back into the winter. Like, gang, come on. We cannot stay in the winter season forever. We cannot stay in hermit forever. We have to release. Wow, here's release coming through again. Release here on the snake. Release here in the winter. Whoa. 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 Who's that Black Rob? Whoa. Your crib ain't whoa, your girl ain't whoa, yo. But it's like that, right? What is actually going on here? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna need to get this bug out because clearly it wants to be seen, and it wants me to like go at it, and it's right behind my painting. So it's like we hiding behind our art. Oh, look at that message coming through. Goodness gracious. So yeah, let's not hide behind our dreams. And art is a creation, right? We were in the kitchen, we cooked up something. And you know, I always am reminded of like how these messages or like channelings come through. It's us in collaboration with Spirit. When you created that business, that idea came to you through a dream, a download, or a feeling or an inclination, like, yeah, let me do this, you know what I mean? And I know like even when I write lyrics or when I'm journaling, I mean, I just go into like what's this thing, automatic writing at times, where I'm just like writing a whole bunch of things and I'm just like, oh wow, it rhymes. Oh wow, like Spirit, what are you trying to like say or bring through me, right? And I was even remember telling a previous collaborator of mine where I was like, listen, I found a very nice, like a very easy way to write to songs. And she was like, yo, you've just got to show me, you've got to teach me that. And I was like, look, I can't explain it. 34, 44. It's just me being in my heart space, me connecting with Spirit, and now the words just come through like this, like that. And I think, yo, it's been so interesting, like how, you know, you might want to bring certain messages forward in a certain way, but
Spirit knows best. Spirit knows best. Our guides, our angels, our higher self knows best. Whatever you believe in. Source knows best, because it's from the source. It's like what we're speaking to, the foundation, which is why we needed to get on our knees, connect back to source. Because that's how this release is going to come through. It's like once you know where you're from, once you know, oh, here we are, clapping hands, acknowledging, praising what we've accomplished, what we've been through. Once we know where we're from, we can know where we're going. There's this connection that's happening. I mean, look at all the tiles. They're connected by this grout, right? Which is this integration now with us knowing our past, our present, and now knowing our future. It's like, here's this great amalgamation. Here's this coming together. And we release, we let it go. We spend time reflecting on it. And even in ice, right? Oh, look at this, the reflection, because we looked in the ball, we looked in the crystal ball, and we saw ourselves, we saw our dreams, we saw our aspirations, but we also needed to see where we were in winter. We were still needing to be in hermit, but also recognizing that now it's time to go out of hermit because of who we've become. Come on now, collective, let's cook. 3622. Come on, collective, let's cook, gang. Let's cook. Woo! What? They were talking about reflections. Oh, I just got all these shivers right now. Goodness gracious, bruh. Look at that. And it aligns with exactly what we just spoke about. Wow. Ooh. Ooh. No, spirits be cooking. Cooking. The truth revealed. Okay, we're still recording. Yo, you know what? When these great synchronicities happen, I was like, is that on camera? But here, is it in the mirror? Yes, it is. It is in the mirror. Because look at that version of ourselves. Look at, oh man, this is so perfect. Wow. And that's what happens when we trust spirit, right? Oh, thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Thank you, source. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guardians. Thank you, ascended masters. All beings and forces wishing us well. This reading is swell and in the highest vibration of love. Oh my goodness. That's where we dwell. Yay. Wow, man. Wow. Look at this. There's even more. Look, sacred geometry, dolphin, amethyst. There's all this amethyst here on the table. Trusting in the psychic abilities, observing our behavioral patterns. And look at that. There's even, geometry there on the table. I've got this geometric, I've got a bunch of geometric tattoos, actually, now that I think about it. But look at that, breath and cosmic consciousness. And was the book not just saying that we are cosmic? So we are tapping into that cosmic consciousness, that galaxy within. That's what we're going on the journey within. Like, here we are, guys, on Roots Holistic. Goodness. But anyways, let's get back to the mirror, and which is what I was just saying, guys. You know what? When we looked at ourselves, we saw how great we were going to be. The great anointing. And look at that. There's the galaxy in there. And look at that. It also looks like she's on top of the world. I'm looking at the blues and the greens. And now look at this version of her. It doesn't look like the version that's in the mirror. But we were being shown what we were becoming. So not only a truth about ourselves is being revealed, but a truth about the world, the truth about this mission, this dream. Yo, man, this is powerful. Ooh, I just shivered again. 39.4. Whoa. Gang, this is power, gang. This is power. Okay, we're going to put the mirror right on top because it's time to take a look. It's time to reflect, right? It's time to reflect. And there's that mirroring energy, which I think there was a number that we got earlier on that was like mirrored. But if we didn't, it's all good. Everything's in synchronicity. There we go. 393. I'm also getting like those types of numbers where like it's a number, a different number, and then another number. So like 262, 393. Both the numbers on the other sides can actually go into the number in the middle. Like I've been getting weird numbers like that, like 262, 393. And I mean, 3 goes into 9 3 times. 2 goes into 6 3 times. And like, come on, spirit, like, what are you doing? Clearly 3, right? And the boys out here with 3. Like, oh my goodness. Oh, and I'm thinking about the 3 songs that I have that I'm sitting on. Oh gosh. Okay, you sitting on something too. And I think that's coming through. Oh gosh, look at the rhyming though. What? Listen, there's something. We are sitting on our creations. We are sitting in the kitchen, like I am right now, and think about this juxtaposition that's happening here. It's like, yo, there's these ideas, these creations, these ingredients, these recipes, right? These opportunities to alchemize, could even be called like an alchemy kitchen, right? There's even a restaurant chain that I know is called Alchemy that I saw actually online on YouTube. So it's like, yo, what is it that we are cooking up? What is it? How are we turning what is it? What do they say in The Alchemist? How are we turning metal into gold? Or is it like, oh, what is that thing, man? Goodness gracious. Yeah, but we're turning sand into gold. But oh man, yo, if you know what I'm talking about, put it in the comments, man. We're turning something into gold, metal into gold, I think it is. But yeah, I'm gonna trust that. But if it's not, correct me, please. I'm open to that. But it's like you have all the ingredients, you have all the recipes, you have the tools, and now it's about time to get in the kitchen and start cooking with spirit, because you're not alone. You are guided, you are held, you have the heat, you have the ice, you have the basin, there's a basin there, you've got like the oven, you've got a microwave, you've got the extractor, because now you know what needs to be cleansed, you know what needs to be put together, you know what needs to be heated up, you know what needs to be cooled down, like, and you've got the steps, you've been given the steps because you saw it, right? You got the vision, you got the idea, you got the dream. In your winter, in your hibernation, in your hermiting, you were shown. In your ball, in your activation, you were shown like, oh, you're gonna learn how to do readings so you can help other people by doing readings. You're gonna learn how to be a good personal trainer so that you can train other people. You get what I mean? It's like how a lot of the times our affliction is actually our mission, It's like, I was thinking about the training as well. It's like how maybe someone is overweight and them losing weight is them actually learning how to teach other people how to lose weight. Like, how crazy is that? In my case, I'm thinking about how and I think, guys, a lot of people who are holding on to weight, it's because we need to release, guys. We're holding on to things that we need to let go of. And even in my case, how I call this Roots Holistic and the journey within, is because me taking the journey within means that I can teach other people how to take the journey within. So it's like that thing that you've been dealing with, or that you've been working with, or that you've been sitting on, that idea, that inspiration, the thing that is most challenging to you is like calling you to work with it so that you can actually bless other people with it. Oh my gosh. Yo. Goodness gracious. You know what Spirit does? Spirit does things like this. They call me out on camera so that my story can be the motivation, so that I can be the example of what actually is going on right here, which is alchemy, which is creation. It's like I don't have to create just here on this table. I can create in the kitchen. I create in the bathroom. I create when I'm opening boxes and exploring ideas. I create in the visions. I create in my heart. I create in the books. I create even in motorcycles. We create at all these different points in time because we are always working with energy, making it take new shape, new form. And we do not conform, but we transform, It's like in maths, it goes through a transformation, 44-2. And look at that, my palms are itching. Because we're getting that money, gang. We're getting that money. We're getting that moolah. So let us transform, guys. Let us transform. Let the truth of who we are and our creations and our mission lead to this great alchemization, this great decalcification. Because it was held, it was in the ice. And we're going to let the ice melt and we're going to let it come forward and just, just look at her there also in the mirror. It's like the third eye is being decalcified, the vision is like coming through, coming true, truth, What's that thing with Charlie Sloth? where they fight in the booth, you know, when they're doing all those freestyles with the different rappers. It's like, yo, the truth is in the booth. The truth is ready to speak. Ooh, and my tummy is growling. And no, the wolf is howling. Like, oh, listen, I don't know if you saw the previous reading or not, but if you are very feeling much inclined and this part of it resonated with you, go and check out the previous one, because I think it's just going to tie this whole thing together. But then again, if you found yourself here and you believe this message is hitting, bruh, it's doing the things, gang, then so be it, yeah? Let me know how this resonated with you, you know, how's this energy appearing in your life? And yeah, let's leave it right here. Much love, much light. Oh, 45, look at that. We're just talking about the murdering, gang. All right, peace and love. Peace. Yay, yay.